course I am.
So what's your take on method acting? Do you use it? Do you think it helps you more in your performances?
See, every individual has his own, certain individual acting work. Great actors, but they don't believe in method acting. So everybody, it all depends on you yourself, what you can adapt best, what makes you comfortable, what makes you reach to that kind of level of work. If method is good for you, suits you, you do method. So it's like that. So there's nothing like what is good and what is not. Method acting is knowing yourself more than anything else. Using it's so many things in method acting which you can go on and which you can how to use your instruments, sense memory, emotional memory, character improvisation. There's so many things in method which is wonderful. It's something which, if you can really enjoy it, it can be wonderful going that way. And sometimes it can be a pain also. So it's how much you love your work. I use method acting in quite a few my works. I enjoy doing it, and sometimes I've not. I've just done it. I have mastered the craft, and so I use my craft in a way. But sometimes when you're young, you're learning, you're becoming, and you don't know your craft, you don't know your senses. So many things you don't know. That's the time and when you're in the class, especially when you're learning, it's when you're really great.
So you obviously have a large body of work, and you spoke about preparation and then the next day being like having the ability to be spontaneous. But how do you still manage to be so flexible? Because over the years people have like a set pattern sometimes. लोग उठेंगे, ब्रश करेंगे, फिर चाय पिएंगे, पेपर पढ़ेंगे. So I'm sure like for an actor also sometimes a pattern could get set. But still, like when you perform, there'll be a variation where you give or an expression which you give in which you'll say, "Hey, he's not done this before." How do you still manage to keep your mind so free at this? Because I can understand early on in your career you've done it, you can do it. But I mean at this stage in your career, we still complain we have stress. But how do you still manage to relieve yourself of the stress and still be so clear and flexible whenever you want? How do you?
I'm finding it much easier now.
At this stage?
More relaxed now than I'm used to. It's all concentration. When it comes to concentration, how much you can concentrate, how much you love your work, how sincere, how dedicated you are. And what sacrifice are you ready to give to reach that level? So, and coming to the point that you asked me how I am, you're talking about myself?
Yeah, about you.
See, you have to completely forget everything. Whatever your problems, your pressures, when you're in front of the camera or when you're wanting to do that film, just shut off. Just shut off. So you have to learn to shut off the world in your work. When you want to really do what you want to do, what you want to achieve, shut it off. Obviously, with experience, you will be able to do these things in a much better way. I've got so many years of experience now that I know with this, I know how to shut different doors of mine to reach to that focus level. Nothing in effect, nothing, no problem, no stress, nothing can really distract. I'm sure in the earlier stage there must be a few times where I would get distracted earlier, but now with experience I know what instruments to use, how to use my mind. Basically it's your mind. How do you use your mind to really cut off from it? Completely forget all the distractions, all the complete focus on all the time. So I'm sure slowly there are certain actors who initially when they start their careers, they're very completely focused and completely they know exactly and nothing distracts them. Then slowly they get corrupted. and they lose their direction. And they start repeating themselves, not concentrating, and wrong people around them, and they are not telling them what to do, working with wrong directors, wrong scripts, and then they don't look after them physically, mentally, and that affects their work. And also, then that's deterioration, and then they get stagnated. They don't grow as human beings. You have to grow as a human being, you have to grow as an actor constantly. Sense of so these things are there. And then suddenly you find here, hey, how he used to be so good here. Why is he not interesting enough to watch now? Why is he, you don't watch him. You cannot make you concentrate on what he's doing. Your attention gets diverted when he's on screen. So, it's a lot of effort, dedication, sincerity, and obviously less exposure, less work, and so many things which require you to be there forever. Some active for 5 years, 10 years, some active 15 years, they disappear. You go on and on for 30, 40 years, there's a lot of commitment. It becomes more and more difficult to excite people. So people have seen all your expressions, people have seen how you react to every word, and then it becomes predictable, it becomes boring. So it's a never-ending process. As I said, it's like an ocean. So anybody who comes and says that I know I perfected the art of acting, can't. I still am learning. I don't know. I don't know if I'm good enough for you to come and speak for I speak to you all. I feel I came here. But am I capable enough to tell you all? Actually, because I still feel that I should be there and I'll be listening to Harry Sir what he wants to tell me so that I can learn something. Honestly.
Yeah, the one great Oscar was.
Yeah, I was there. It's a once in a lifetime experience. It's an experience which very, very positive of watching an acting in work. What? It's you are part of world history, not Indian history. You're part of world history. What? This was the last year was this year is which year of Academy Awards?
2086.
86. What is it?
86.
Arjun?
Yeah. 87.
86 or 87, right?
87.
87.
This will be.
So in this century, 86, you're part of the 86.
But that's the extension of his question, that you really believe that, person like Danny Boyle, the kind of director he is, India don't have that quality directors, or we cannot produce that kind of films?
Of course we can. And we will.
Why there is a lack of recognition of Indian cinema?
Happen. Sure. I think Slumdog is just the beginning. And just as somewhere elsewhere in the world, especially in India, I think every actor, every person wants to be there, wants to do it, wants to just tasted that whole brown skin can't be accepted over the world. There's not a single American or any international actor. Everybody was Indian. Even the Dev Patel, he didn't get born there. So I think it has inspired somewhere in any remote corner, some Rahman there, wanting to reach him much more than some director who's wanting to go better for him. Which is a problem, and this is what happened. You have to be done. No, no, no.